Hiya, and welcome back to Santa Lucia, the game that teaches us that... Anyways, let's just hop right in. Chris leads me to a familiar building from earlier. The Psychology and Communications Department? Yep. We're going to meet your faculty advisor and set up your first semester of classes. I feel a strange nervous sensation in my stomach. Like, one-on-one. No, I'll be there too, so I know what the plan is. Undeclared students are given a little extra guidance to make sure they stay on track. I see. I really regret not figuring out what I wanted to do before I got here. It definitely makes it seem like I'm not taking the whole thing seriously. Ugh, Dad would kick my ass if he knew. Right this way. Chris holds open the door to the building's lobby. Thanks. The setting sun coats the hall in an orange tint, giving it a surprisingly elegant atmosphere. Wait here, let me go find your advisor. He walks quickly down the hall and knocks on a door. I take a seat on a chair facing the entryway. Dr. Dubois, are you still here? I hear a muffled voice respond to Chris, but I can't make out what is being said. It's Chris Davenport! I have an undeclared student interested in pursuing journalism. The voice replies again. Bennett! He's ready to see you. Oh, okay. I jump to my feet and follow after Chris, not wanting to leave the professor waiting. As I walk in, I'm struck by how much the room reminds me of the office of the therapist my dad took me to. What's his voice? What is Dr. Dubois' voice? A stern, formal voice. Please, take a seat, young man. The tall, lanky stag welcomes me inside with a smile. His voice is much deeper than his appearance would suggest. Thank you, sir. I sit down on the comfortable sofa in front of his desk while Chris stands nearby with a pad of paper taking notes. Just one moment. He starts typing away at his computer. I'm Dr. Dubois, by the way. I assume you were assigning me after taking the career interest test? Yes, he was. Excellent. The professor finishes what he was doing and turns to face me once again. Young man, may I have your student ID card for a moment? Oh, sure. Reach into my pocket and pull out my wallet, getting another glimpse at the embarrassing quality photo on the card. Ugh, wonder if I can get another? Here you go. Mr. Bennett Rivers. It's good to meet you. Likewise, sir. He stares down at the card while typing, which leads me to believe there's information on it that he needs. You can have your card back, Bennett. Slides it across the table. Thank you, sir. You're now registered along with the rest of my students. He smiles at me, causing me to put my guard down. Let me tell you a bit about how the system works. I'm your academic advisor, so any questions you have about your degree and requirements you need to complete, I'm your guide. Okay. Whatever I can't help you with, Miss Dr. Dubois can. Don't be a stranger, my door is always open. Now let's go over your class schedule for the semester. Right. You might need to stand so you can see my screen. I do as I'm told and get close enough to get a decent view. As a new student, you are required to take the freshman seminar course. It is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and comes in 2 sections. In the morning, you will attend a lecture with students from other mentorship groups. In the afternoon, you'll have a study lab alongside your student mentor and the rest of your group. I can't wait to start that! It's gonna be so fun! That's good. I get to see more of these guys through the semester. What's the class about? It's designed to teach students effective study techniques and ease them into the academic rigors of university. There's also the part about social responsibility. Of course, can't forget about that. We pride ourselves in teaching our students not only their coursework, but how to be active citizens in their life. I see. Not gonna lie, this sounds like a ton of mumbo-jumbo. Fun fact. First college I went to, I actually didn't have to take a freshman seminar course. due to my degree, one of the classes counted as a freshman seminar credit. But I can say, from what I've seen, from what I understand, a freshman seminar course is essentially just watching a college jerk itself off for an hour every other day. Oh no, that's not an out-of-context clip. That's just a fact. Also, how did I get pinged on here? You are not hearing an out-of-context clip. It's just a fact of life. Well, at least that's my experience. Like I said, I never had to take a freshman seminar course. Not gonna lie, this sounds like a ton of mumbo-jumbo. Since you've decided on journalism as your career interest, you've also been assigned Intro to Journalism on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Awesome! He leans back in his chair and smiles. An important part of the journalism program is writing for the school newspaper. What? You won't have to worry about it right away since it's integrated into the intro course. You'll be expected to write at least one article a month each semester for your degree. I know a lot of students get scared away from the program by that, so I'm letting you know ahead of time. Are you still interested? It's not too late to change your mind. Huh. That certainly gives me something to think about. It'll add up over time if I get too lazy. I don't know, but clips are so hard to make. And it's so hard finding everything. I still need to do that one out of context clip from yesterday. I still need to. Gonna have that, string. I think it was like 25 minutes in. It'll add up over time if I get too lazy. Well, I guess I have to learn not to be lazy. Yeah, I'm still down for this. Alright. Dr. Dubois types a bit and makes confirmations for the classes so far. Next, we have slots for 2 additional courses. Most students prefer to take one general education course and one elective course to balance out their schedule. It sounds good to me. Have you thought about what you'd like to take? I scratch my cheek. Not really, no. I can help then. Chris walks up beside me and puts a hand down on the desk. From what I've seen of you, I think you'd do great in a literature course to kickstart your general education requirements. Okay. We have slots for British literature, American literature, world literature. That last one sounds cool. Good choice. I'll sign you up for the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday slot. Clicks a few things and moves to another page. All that's left is an elective. Any interests or hobbies you'd like to pursue? Huh. If you want to cover another gen ed requirement, you can take an autumn music class. Perk up at the suggestion. Really? Uh-huh. I used to draw comics when I was a kid. It'd be nice to actually learn how to do it proper. Ah, that's a good one! My freshman roommate had the same idea. You should see how much he's progressed in 2 years. That sounds like a ringing endorsement to me. How does Tuesday and Thursday afternoon sound? Perfect! I'm subconsciously aware my tail is swinging behind me. Bennett! I'm glad to see you're excited about being a student now. Eh? I promise you, your first semester is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see you grow and flourish. I feel tears start to sting the corner of my eyes, but I hold them back. I smile at Chris. Thanks. I haven't had someone like this in my life since my sister. Here you go, Mr. Rivers. Eh? I'm torn away from my thoughts when Dr. Dubois hands me a sheet of paper. I didn't even hear him print it out. This is your course schedule for the semester. If you have any questions, you can come see me during my office hours or send me an email. All the information you need should be on the page. Thank you, Dr. Dubois. My pleasure. Thank you, sir. Now, don't you two have somewhere to be? It's getting pretty late. Ah! That's right! Bennett, we need to get going or you'll miss it. Huh? Miss what? It's a surprise. I can't tell you. Then what's the rush? No time to explain. Let's go. Make sure the door closes all the way on your way out of the building. The stag returns his attention to his computer screen as he waves us off. Bitch! He has deer hands. I am looking at them. They are making eye contact with me right now. Freak deer! You know what? Close enough. close enough! As Chris leads me back towards the entryway, we cross paths with someone I recognize. Hello, Chris. Ah, President Hernandez, what are you doing here so late? I have something I want to discuss with Dean Dubois. He's the Dean?! I squeak out a response out of turn. Sorry, it never came up. Oh, good evening. The president turns to address me. Good evening, Dr. Hernandez. Stands up straight and stammer. How was orientation? It was great. We're heading down to the marketplace. Oh, don't let me hold you up. You boys have fun. I feel like I would want to hang out with Dr. Hernandez. I would like to hang out with her. She looks like she has so many fun stories about her time before she was university president. She genuinely looks like she's so much fun. As she disappears down the hall, for some reason she doesn't break eye contact with me. Let's keep going. By the time I turn around, Chris is already at the door holding it open for me. Right. Doesn't take long for us to arrive back at the seaside marketplace. The walk over was surprisingly quiet with nobody in sight, but I guess I see the reason why. As you turn the corner towards the seating area by the beach, I'm astonished by how many people are gathered. Practically every table is full of students chilling and hanging out, and I'm sure if I looked over the edge there'd be just as many on the beach. It's kinda overwhelming. I think we might have been the last ones to show up. That doesn't make me feel better, you know. Ah! Sorry. Don't worry about it. Anyway, go see if you can find the others. I've got something I need to do still. Wait, you're leaving me alone? Orientation is over, but there's one last thing about to start that'll cap off the whole day. Don't worry, it's totally worth it. But see you later, Bennett! He dashes off towards the building and blends into the crowd. If I had any chance of following him, the moment is lost. Ugh. I rub my forehead. The lack of sleep has given me a migraine that won't go away. I wonder if I can pick up some aspirin inside the marketplace. Little Muzak. Squeezing past a few students who are rudely having a conversation in front of the door, I find myself in a brightly lit little grocery store. The noise of the crowd outside drowns out whatever silly song is playing over the speakers. I browse through a couple aisles looking for anything interesting. Honestly, the fluorescent glow kind of hurts my eyes. Oh! One of the back corners, I find a section with hot, pre-made meals warming in the kind of glass cabinet you see in a gas station. This pasta looks pretty tasty. My stomach growls as I reach in to grab a chicken fettuccine bowl. Ow! That's hot! I accidentally brushed my hand against the metal grate on the layer above, but I managed to get the meal out safely. Now, where's the aspirin? Walk down another aisle and grab an iced tea bottle from one of the refrigerators and start heading towards the checkout line. Ah! Not only do I find what I'm looking for behind the counter, but I also see a familiar squirrel standing in line. Karina! Ben, there you are! In her hands, I see a prepackaged salad and a bottle of water. Grabbing dinner too, I see. Yup. I get in line several people behind her. Meet me outside, okay? Sure thing. The line is swiftly taken care of by the old wolf behind the register. When it's my turn, I ask her for one of the aspirin bottles. The price of everything is a lot more than I expected, but I grin and bear it. Just something I'm gonna have to get used to about college life. Yeah, everything is expensive. Find Karina standing near the door. Apparently the rude group decided to find somewhere else to loiter. I'd say let's go find a seat, but yeah, I saw earlier. Why don't we sit down on the ground over here so nobody steps on us? Okay. Lead her off to the side at an area of the building where we can rest our backs on it. Without hesitation, she starts digging into her salad. Ugh, I'm starving! So how did it go after everyone split up? Kinda uneventful. Took a couple tests with some people, met my faculty advisor, and set up my class schedule. That's basically what I did, just with Chris leading the way. Yours was a lot longer, though. I've been here for about an hour already. Yeah, I had a career interest test I had to take because I was undeclared. Ooh, that sounds interesting. What was the result? I poke at the chicken in my bowl and smile, looking down. You're looking at a new journalism student. Aw, Ben, that's perfect. Just like your dad. Yeah. Yeah, Ben's gonna die. Yeah, Bennett, R.I.P. He's gonna die. Painfully and violently. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be a painful, violent death for him. Yeah. The fettuccine is surprisingly good, all things considered. I'm pretty excited about it. I guess I have to write for the school newspaper or something. Badass! How about you? How's art shaping up? It's pretty much what I expected. My first semester is packed pretty tight, and I have a lot of projects I'm gonna have to do. Sounds pretty active. I didn't think art would be that intensive. Art is a very difficult skill, Ben. It takes years of practice to become even slightly decent. Yeah, that's what you always said. It always seemed to come easy to you, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Thanks. I'm actually taking drawing as one of my electives. Really? I'm taking one of the advanced figure construction courses, but it sounds like we might see each other in the art department. Yeah, that's something I thought about. I know I said this earlier, but I have a great feeling about this place. So do I. Managed to finish my meal before Karina, so after closing the container, I set it aside and leaned back onto the wall. Any sign of the others? I saw Nate earlier. I think he found that group of friends he's been hanging out with again. Probably practicing a skit somewhere. I'm pretty sure Bryan's on the beach, and as for Carlos, I haven't seen him at all. Well, I'm sure they'll turn up eventually. You're done with that? Yes, I am, thank you. I grab our empty containers and find a nearby trash can. To my surprise, Karina follows right behind me. Want to try and find them? Honestly, all I want to do right now is sleep. Yeah, I'm sure those tests didn't help. Suddenly reminded of the nightmare I had earlier. Nope, not at all. I stand with my arms folded, facing the setting sun on the oceanic horizon. It's getting pretty late. They still haven't given us our keys. No, not yet. Every mentor I've seen has been playing up this mystery event that's happening soon. I wonder what it is. I set my backpack down and pull out the orientation pack, then thumb through it until I find the itinerary. Typical. What's wrong? Share the page and point at the bottom. Super secret event. Pick up your keys, 7:30 p.m. It's cryptic even here. It has to be good if they're holding our keys ransom. Speaking of, what time is it? It's... As she's pulling out her phone, loud music starts blaring from the building's hall. Everyone's attention is quickly drawn as a couple of mentors barge out the double doors holding megaphones. Attention, class of 2022! Get ready for the special event! Welcome to the end of orientation dance party! Ooh! Come on in and get your groove on! Dance the night away and pick up your room keys! After finishing their annoying spiel, they hold the doors open as a flood of students start racing for the party. Oh my god. Ben, it's a dance party! I roll my eyes in disappointment. I could have guessed that. Come on, we have to check it out. She grabs my hand and starts leading me into the crowd. Hey, wait a second! Karina! We're immediately swept up in the mini stampede. Wherever they're going, the only thing we can do is follow along for the ride. See, I'd start crying. I'd start crying and hyperventilating because it'd be overstimulated. Like, genuinely, a dance party is just too much. But, like, it's strange because, like, let me explain. I don't like being in a crowd, but I can handle being separated from a crowd. I don't think I have stage fright anymore. I don't really have stage fright anymore. However, it's like, I cannot be in a crowd. I would flip the fuck out. I do not like being in a crowd. It always smells like sweat and BO. It smells like sweat, BO, and poor life choices. Entering the building's main entrance, we're ushered along by the mentors towards a large room near the end of the chamber. Looking up, it feels like a hallway that rises up several stories, with each floor having its own walkway overlooking us below. The sun finally sets behind us, taking the rest of the natural light with it and leaving us with only the strobe effect coming from the room. The dance party is right this way! No, it's like I'm either going to go to a corner, or if at all allowed, get on stage. Like I said, I'm totally fine. I don't have stage fright. I'm totally fine if I'm separated from the crowd. I just can't be in the crowd, if that makes sense. A particularly flamboyant mentor that reminds me of Nate gestures extravagantly as we approach. I would stop to ask him where the keys are at, but the march of the crowd pushes Karina and I along without end. Music's volume increases tenfold when we finally enter the room, causing me to instinctively let go of Karina's hand and cover my ears.
Shit, I didn't think it was gonna be this loud! What did you say?
She leans in towards me and yells,
Karina!
She jumps a few paces in front of me and reaches out a hand. May I have this dance? Or at least that's what I think she says. I was never the best lip reader. I put my hands down, allowing my ears time to adjust to the noise. Poor Benny boy, you always had such sensitive ears.
Shut up!
I smile as I grab her hand. She leads me further into the crowd towards a section of the room where there's more room to dance. It's incredibly dark in here, all things considered. The only thing keeping me oriented is the strobe lights, but it doesn't seem to affect Karina much. I glance side to side, keeping an eye out for anyone I recognize, but that's not going to be easy with this much visual noise.
Just let loose, Ben.
She turns and smiles at me before starting.
Heh.
I don't hesitate to join her.
Yeah! Woo!
Exactly. Like, the feeling of, like, the bass vibrating your body is part of the reason why I make EDM. Specifically trap. Trap is fun.
Yeah! Woo!
Watch out, USL! Karina and Ben are here to kick ass and take names! Karina strikes a pose in time with the music. It's the return of the Bon Shah. I also make house sometimes. But I mostly make trap and dubstep.
Booyah! Come get some!
I follow suit, complimenting her pose as best I can. I'm sure at a distance we'd probably look like a comic book cover or something. She's right. Sometimes it's better to just go with the flow.
Bon Shah?
That's what Eric taught me. Who the hell's Eric? I hear 808s. Yeah, that's an 808. We danced together for several songs, but it doesn't take long for my lack of sleep to start getting the better of me. Practically out of breath at this point. Karina continues on without a care in the world. What's wrong, Ben?
Nothing, just a little tired.
You can take a break if you need it.
I'm thinking about just grabbing my key and finding my dorm.
What? We just started. I was enjoying hanging out with you. It's true, we haven't had a chance to be together since I moved away. Maybe I'll stick around a bit longer. I do need a breather, though.
Alright, just let me grab some punch or something.
Why don't you see if you can find one of the others?
Eh?
I look at her with a slight head tilt.
I've noticed you seem to be pushing me towards interacting with them.
Of course. I can't have you hanging on my shoulder all 4 years of uni, Ben. I want to see you branch out and make friends besides me.
I take offense to that. I'll have you know,
I stop for a second and scratch under my chin. You what? I slump forward slightly and relent.
Yeah, I didn't really do too well in Chicago. See? You need that little push.
Now, go take a break and find one of them to hang out with for a bit. I'll be right here if you need me. Booyah! She gives me the peace sign before jumping right into her dance again. As I start wading through the massive gyrating bodies in the center, Karina's insistence sticks around in my mind. I never really thought about it, but don't exactly make friends easy. Spent the first year at Bernard Academy kind of just minding my own business. I didn't interact with anyone if I didn't have to, and I certainly didn't enjoy the company of 90% of those assholes. Yeah, we're the nerd that hits the Bansha. Not until Eric came along, at least. I shake my head and try to lose the lonely thoughts. It wasn't meant to be, but man, if he didn't come along at the right time, I doubt I would have even put in the effort to apply to Santa Lucia, let alone graduate. As I'm slipping past a dancing trio of girls, I miscalculate how big the gap is between them and the next group. My ass grazes against the white wolf.
Whoa, howdy there! Didn't mean to get in your way, friend!
She turns to apologize, greeting me with a very thick southern accent.
No, it's my fault. I wasn't being careful enough. Sorry.
The other girl stops as she gets in closer to them to make room.
There, that enough for yous? Yeah.
I nod my head towards her and pass on through. Damn, getting through this crowd is a pain in the ass. I can barely see anything either. I'd rather get my key and find my dorm, but I told Karina I'd do this. I'll give it a try. If I can't find anyone, then I'll call her and tell her I'm heading out. Who should I look for? Okay, this is what we'll be treating as the route selection. This is the route selection. We're doing it this way because it's all just sort of its own thing. Oh, please. There's only one correct option. I wonder where Chris went. He really hyped this dance party up. I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Now, if I were his boss, where would I assign him? We are doing Bryan. I am aware that Chris is not a route, however, we are going to do Bryan. The snack bar, obviously. Nothing would make grabbing a bite to eat or a cup of punch more pleasant than his bright and shiny face. Assuming there's a snack bar, of course. Wow. You know what? No. Fuck you. Christ, I said we're doing Bryan. I said we're doing Bryan. I just picked Chris. We are starting Bryan's route tonight. Good lord. Make my way towards one of the walls where I'm able to see tables prepared between flashes of the strobe. Seems to be a likely place to find my key too, now that I think about it. My heart jumps for a moment when I see someone wearing a hoodie in front of one of the tables. When the light flashes again, I see the wolf's tail switching side to side. Keep it together, Rivers. The school's big and you'll have plenty of time to run into that dragon again down the line.
Bennett! Ah!
Without realizing it, I walk right by the table Chris is managing.
Did you have to yell like that? I'm having a hard time enough as is, man.
Sorry, I just wanted to say hi. Walk up to his table and look around. Just as I suspected, he's got an assortment of snacks prepared and ready to go packages.
So you're manning the snack bar, eh?
Uh-huh. How are you enjoying the dance party?
It
smells so infectious. I'm having a hard time being honest.
It's great. I'm having a wonderful time.
I'm so glad. I remember the dance party during my freshman year. He's about to go off on another tangent before I step in.
So what's all available here?
Oh, sorry. He gestures towards different bags. We have snacks for vegetarians in these bags, gluten-free stuff in there, vegan-friendly options here. Gotta stay flexible, right? Exactly! Every student has different needs, and that's our job to ensure they feel welcome and accommodated.
Are there any for filthy meat eaters like me?
He starts digging around in a box behind him. We're running a bit low on those, sorry. I'm gonna have to run down to the UC to pick some more up soon.
Oh, that's okay, don't worry about it then. I'll just take some punch then, if you don't mind.
Sorry. I nod my head in fake approval. I guess I could take one of the vegetarian bags, but I kind of wanted something more filling. What flavor would you like? What do you have? We've got coconut, fruity mango, lemon lime. What about that one? I point at the drink containers that isn't see-through. That's iced tea. Ooh, I'll take some of that, thank you. I observe as Chris prepares my drink. He's got a special flair to the way he does it, almost reminding me of a cafe barista. Ta-da, here you go, mate. Thanks. Take a quick sip to quench my thirst. Wow. Is it good? Yeah. It's fantastic, actually. It's got just the right amount of sugar so it's not overpowering, and the tea flavor is superb. Did the school brew this? Oh, actually, I did. Guess I managed to get it right this time. Don't sell yourself short, man. I take another sip, letting the delicate flavor splash over my taste buds. Oh, delicious. What if I get a refill? Hold my cup out towards him. Not at all. He looks very proud as he pours me some more. How are things here? Spectacular. We've got a great turnout this year. Most students just head back to their dorms after orientation. This is the first year we've held back the keys. Is that so? Huh. When he hands me the cup back, I take another quick sip. Have any of the others come by yet? Yep, Bryan and Nate came by for some snacks earlier. Haven't seen Carlos, though. I'm sure he'll come around eventually. And how about you? Oh, I was with Karina before heading over here. Excellent. I'm glad to hear most of my students stuck around. Lean in a bit towards the table, getting comfortable. I was still having a hard time adjusting to the strobe effect, but back here I'm able to see Chris well enough that it isn't an issue. So, what's up? I scratch behind my ear, thinking of something to talk about so I don't have to wander back into the crowd yet. Oh, I get it. Bennett, it's normal to feel a little shy at these things, but we do them so everyone's able to feel comfortable with each other quicker. I think it'd help if you found one of the others. I'm stuck behind this table for the rest of the night. He reads into something I wasn't aware I was doing. I guess I am kind of relying on him at the moment. No, you got it all wrong. Excuse me. As I'm preparing to defend myself, some guy steps in wanting to get close to the snacks I'm blocking. Is there anything gluten-free here? Yup, right over here, mate. Talk to you later, Bennett. Go have fun. All right. I can take a hint. I finish my cup and throw it away in a nearby waste bin. Guess I need to find someone else to hang out with. See, this is where I would start screaming and crying. I know, it was amazing. Truly one of the greatest things ever written. One of the greatest routes ever written. It's not even a 15 out of 10, it's a 20 out of 10. Greatest 5 minutes ever. I am a little sad that Chris doesn't have a route. Yes, Amethyst, I saw. Thank you. Yeah. I am a little upset that Chris isn't a route. However, I understand why he isn't. Because everyone would pick him. It's not even a joke at this point. Everyone would pick Chris. Everyone. Because he's precious. I only ever want to see him smile. I could listen to him ramble about the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline the entire time. I know he's straight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's straight. It's kind of sad, but also understandable. Okay, and because I'm also smart now, I am organizing my saves. Oh, I know how you feel about Travis. I would pick Travis if I could, but I can't. I can't ever pick Travis because he's straight. Because he is straight because he goons to Hatsune Miku. I have issues. I'll try finding Bryan. I'm sure it can't be hard to spot that loudmouth somewhere in here. Make my way towards one of the walls so I can get a better view of who else here. While leaning against it and folding my arms, I began to scan the room in between flashes. Wish they would have went with a better lighting system, but I suppose it fits the theme. Not that I've ever been to one, but I imagine this is what a club event feels like. Just more PG-13? My mind wanders to Bryan again. Yeah, PG-13 with him around. Probably rated R at the very least. Ah! Right as the music begins to change, the strobe flashes white right into my eyes, leaving me disoriented. Hell! I cover them and start heading for the exit, trying my best to hold back the sudden urge to puke. There's gotta be a bathroom here somewhere. Back in the entrance, I'm able to locate them thanks to the conveniently hanging sign saying restrooms over a side hall. Like usual, I have to push through some mingling bystanders to get where I'm heading, but whatever. Shit. Seriously, even in here? As soon as I step into the men's bathroom, I notice there's at least 6 other guys already in here. I don't have time for this. Without giving another thought, I head for one of the sinks to wash my face. I shiver slightly when the cold water seeps past my fur. They should really consider toning down the light show. Got my hands under the water again to prepare another splash. Over by the urinals, I overhear 2 guys talk about how they're going to get laid tonight. I shake my head facing down towards the sink, careful not to get any excess water anywhere else. Seems even in university, guys are going to be guys. Looking at my reflection in the mirror, I can clearly see the bags forming under my eyes. Today hasn't been the greatest for my complexion, that's for sure. I start combing my hair with my fingers, doing the best I can to straighten everything out. Just need to last a little longer. I hope I'm actually going to get some sleep tonight. One of the guys at the urinal finishes his business, then flushes. Moments later, standing next to me, washing his hands in the sink. Yo. I look at him through the mirror and am surprised that I somewhat recognize him. Crocodile looks down on me with a smile, inviting a response. Hey, how's it going? I'm pretty sure this is the guy I saw Bryan tossing a football to on the beach this morning. That shirt is very form-fitting. Pretty chill. Some party, yeah? Yeah, definitely. And I'm averting my gaze away from his toned body, trying my best to focus on what I'm doing in front of me. Way surprised to find out he's on the football team, too. See you around, dude. He shakes his hands in the sink before walking over to the air dryer in the corner. I always hated the sound that those things made, especially as a kid. It's like a monster screaming at you. Chalk that up as another reason I can't stand public bathrooms. I stare at myself in the mirror for a couple more seconds, making sure there isn't any stray hairs that look funny. Oh! Suddenly struck by a great idea. I should probably follow that guy. If he was hanging out with Bryan earlier, there's a good chance he's hanging out with him right now. Turning gaze to the bathroom, I go right by the air dryer, preferring to wipe the moisture off of my pants instead of turning that demon machine on. It takes a moment, but I spot the crocodile as he's heading back into the dance hall. Pick up my pace enough to trail behind him. Almost immediately as he enters the room, he starts pumping his fist to the beat, stomping around like a lumbering maniac. God, I hope I didn't look like that when I was dancing with Karina. Hey! There's someone knocking to me from the side. Unlike me, though, they continue on as if nothing happened. Jeez, have some class. Crap! Turn my attention back towards the croc, and I'm able to spot him between the pulsing lights and the countless gyrating bodies on the floor. So much for that plan, I guess. While trying to make my way back to Karina, my ears perk up when I hear a familiar whistle nearby. Well, well, look who I found. Bryan! Turning around, I'm greeted by the panda's muscular form looming over me. He smirks with his arms folded. The way the lights dance off his face make it look a bit scarier than he intends. You're looking mighty lost. I was wondering if you'd show up to this. I figured you got a kick out of it, but then again, what's that supposed to mean exactly? Look at him incredulously. Nothing, never mind. Just like earlier, he dodges the question. With that response, I'm pretty sure he was trying to make some sort of joke. You can't seem to keep your thoughts to yourself, can you? I can't help it! I like keeping my friends on their toes. Oh, so I'm your friend now? Ha ha ha. Why wouldn't you be? I'd say we're hitting things off quite well, no? A thought suddenly comes to mind. Say, just gonna throw this out there. Are you hitting on me? Stand with my arms folded, tapping the floor with a foot. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Unless, wait a sec, are you into me? My eyes widen. Shit! I didn't expect that to get reversed on me. What should I do? Take control. No, I can't tip my hand so soon. I return back with a snarky smile.
Have you ever heard of subtlety or nuance?
Duh.
It's been less than a day and you're already acting like we're best friends. Sorry, but this cat's a tough nut to crack. If you know what I'm saying.
I step back with a wink. Ha! I've got him on the back step now. Not so nice, is it, Bryan?
I came looking for you because I wanted to hang out. Let's keep things simple, okay?
Man, you're something else. He takes me up on my invitation and follows me off to the side. Sorry about that, by the way.
It's alright.
Do you want to dance or something?
Sure, that's kind of what I had in mind.
Why didn't you just ask? I'm always down for bumping. Immediately breaks into a series of suggestive moves. Ugh. Even now, we can't cool it with the class clown act. Guess I should just go along with it.
I'm more of a shaken guy myself.
I join in with some moves of my own, feeling the rhythm in my step. Nice! Where'd you learn how to do that?
None of your business.
I spin around and let loose. Ooh, how mysterious. You're an interesting dude, Ben, you know that?
Are you seriously still talking?
I step forward and give him a nudge with my shoulder.
Not everything has to be complicated, you know. For a guy who likes to live in the moment, you're certainly overthinking things.
I can let loose better than those numbnuts. Watch me! Apparently, taking what I said as a challenge, Bryan shifts into overdrive, putting all his competitive focus into his dancing performance. I can't help but get into it too. Clap along to the beat, spurring him on to even more ambitious and creative moves.
Not bad.
See, I've got moves. I feel like this could be even... I feel like this is how it should be. Because, like, if you look at nature, that is exactly what men do to try to get a woman. That is exactly what men do to get a mate. If that happened more often, I'd be more inclined to actually put myself out there. I get lost in the motion, watching as his muscles flex with every move. I can't say I'm not liking the show. Yo! There you are, you asshole! My trance is broken when someone calls out behind me. Diego, what took you so long? Yep, you weren't thinking about me in there, if you know what I'm saying.
Eh?
The crocodile from earlier steps in and slaps Bryan's back. Fuck you, man. The croc eventually notices my presence. You know this cat? Yeah, this is Ben. He's in the same mentorship group as me. Small world. I saw him in the bathroom not too long ago.
Yeah.
Start feeling a little uncomfortable now that I'm finally hearing them interact. Then there's Diego. He's also joining the football team this year. He even got the same scholarship as me.
Nice to meet you, Diego.
Reach out a nervous hand towards him.
Very impressive. And yeah, it really is a small world.
He grabs my hand and gives it a surprisingly light shake considering his size. Thanks. When he lets go of my hand, he returns his attention to Bryan. Dude, I thought you said you were going to stay put. I was, but then Ben found me. I figured you'd have went looking for someone's chick to grind up on. Nah, man, chicks don't quite have the qualities I like, if you catch my drift. Can't hold back the nervous laugh. It's like they're multiplying. You're telling me there's 2 Bryans now? I'm just gonna, as I'm backing up, accidentally bump into someone elbowing their side.
Ow! Why you? Sorry, it was an accident.
Hey! It all happens in an instant. Right as the girl's about to throw her punch at me, Bryan pushes me out of the way and takes a hit instead. He said it was an accident! Chill out! Ugh. She walks off with whoever she was with. Ah, my shirt's soaked. He looks down while airing it out. Red droplets pour down profusely, almost looking like blood. feel a pressure in the back of my head, causing me to get extremely woozy out of the blue.
Oh.
You okay, Ben?
Yeah. I haven't had much sleep. I think it's catching up with me. I'm gonna call it a night.
You don't look so good, dude. Takes all I have to hold back throwing up. Ben? Step away from them as they approach.
Where's the key table?
Over there. He points towards one of the walls. I don't know where to start heading in that direction. Ben, hold up! I'm sure I'll be fine. Wanna go see if we can find the others? Sure. After a few moments, I regain control of my stomach. Still feeling the vertigo, though.
I need to pick up my key. Sure, what's your name?
Salamander pulls out a clipboard and waits for my response.
It's probably under Bennett Rivers.
Alright, let me find it.
Ben!
Karina pushes through some people and walks up beside me, putting a hand on my back.
I saw her from across the room. Are you okay? No, not particularly.
Hold a hand to my stomach.
Almost up. I think I need to get some sleep.
Found your name. Can you sign here, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I do as he says while he fumbles around in a nearby box.
I don't want you collapsing on your way back. I'm coming with you, okay? No, don't worry about it. I don't want to ruin your night or anything.
Ben, you're not ruining my night. What would ruin it is finding out you keeled over trying to find your room.
Point taken.
And here's your key.
The guy pushes a small clear envelope over to me.
Thanks.
Would you like to get your key too, miss?
No need, I got mine earlier. Come on, Ben, let's get going.
All right.
Karina takes me out the doorway that leads to Arcadia Field. Wasn't feeling so sick, I'd be in awe at how beautiful it looks at night lit up by the sporadic light posts.
You holding up? Yeah, I should be able to make it. It's a long walk still.
Hey!
Bryan?
Caught off guard when Bryan slips right in and starts backpedaling in front of us. I'm taking Ben to his dorm, he's not feeling well. Yeah, I was there.
What happened to Diego?
Don't worry about that. Let's just get you home. I blink at him, not sure what to say.
Thanks. What happened to your shirt? Why is it all wet?
Ben's farting game isn't up to snuff. Had to catch some punch that was meant for his face.
That's not what... You did that for him, Bryan?
It's the least I could do for a friend. He winks in my direction, but I'm not sure Karina saw it. Well, yeah, it looks like you took it pretty hard, so I want to make sure he gets back okay. I merely nod my head. Besides, I could take this time to dry out my shirt. While walking beside me opposite Karina, he starts wringing out the excess punch, giving me a clear view of his muscular stomach. There's no way he doesn't know what he's doing. How did the meeting go with your faculty advisor go? He said the program I'm in is flexible enough for my football schedule. Apparently the classes I have are pretty easy for my first semester, so I'll have time to put most of my effort into what matters.
I take you mean football?
See, Ben gets it! He's about to slap me in the back, but stops before completing the motion. Whoops. Bad habit, I swear. Karina leans forward to look at Bryan past me.
What was that?
I smirk, catching an opportunity to get some light revenge on the panda.
He was in the process of giving me a good slap.
Bryan! He's not feeling well. What are you thinking? Hey, I didn't actually do it. I'm just showing that I like him.
Keep it in your pants, bub.
I didn't mean it like that. Not everything is about sex, you know.
You could have had me fooled.
Huh? This time I'm the one who slaps his back.
Lighten up, I'm just teasing you. Oh, Ben.
I get it. Nice one. Before long, we find ourselves in front of the freshman dormitories.
So, how does this work?
We just open the door, right? Huh. He shakes the door in place a bit, but it doesn't budge. Well, how are we supposed to get in if they lock the front door?
Does it have something to do with this thing here?
She points at a strange device on the nearby wall.
What is it?
Kneel down in front of it to get a better view. It's a long black machine that almost looks like
a card reader. Oh, of course.
Let me see. He pushes us out of the way so he can look for himself. Ah, yeah, that's what it is. We used to have these things all over the bases.
What cards would it read, though? Were you supposed to register our credit cards or something?
Isn't it obvious? Digs into his pocket and pulls out what I assume is his wallet, then flips out a specific card. We used student ID cards we got earlier. He smiles at Karina as he swipes it down the device. Voila!
Huh. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
I reach forward and open the now unlocked door.
Perfect. Now let's get inside before I pass out.
Right. Climb up a small flight of stairs and I'm greeted by 2 perpendicular halls. Walls of each hall are lined with evenly spaced doors. Notice there are small decorations on each door along with the occasional bulletin board in the spaces between. Behind me there's another set of stairs that leads to the floors above.
I don't know which room is mine. Your key should have the room number on it. I know mine did.
Hey, my room's down the hall here. You know, man, I think I'm gonna catch my shirt, change my shirt, and head back to the party.
Oh?
Aw, and here I thought he came all this way for me. Figures he'd have an ulterior motive.
Thanks for coming with us, Bryan. You didn't have to.
Don't mention it, I needed the break. Can't help but feel a little disappointed. Reach into my pocket and pull out the envelope with my key. To my surprise, room assignment is also written on a front sticker.
Oh, here it is, I guess. 314.
That means you're on room 14 on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I know. We had a similar setup at Bernard Academy.
I'm room 207 if you ever need me.
Thanks.
Step away from them awkwardly and start heading up the stairs. Where are you going?
Don't worry about helping me find my room. I can manage that much. Go ahead and do what you need to do.
He leaves my field of view as I wrap around to the next flight on the stairwell. Karina climbs a short way up the first set and looks up at me.
Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about it. I've ruined your evening too much already.
But you didn't... I put a hand up to stop her.
Please, just let me do this, okay?
Alright. Text me in the morning, okay?
You got it.
The full weight of zero sleep hits me all of a sudden. Why did I feel so offended by Bryan wanting to change his shirt? Can't blame him for not wanting to walk around with Punch making his chest for sticky. Still. I don't know, it felt like he was doing this for me earlier. Guess I shouldn't expect much from him given that we've only known each other for less than 24 hours. So he's got the crocodile waiting for him back there. For some reason I feel the strange pit in my stomach. For a guy I just met. What the hell, Bennett? Pull yourself together. Come to my senses right as I reach the 4th hallway on the 3rd floor. Right, I'm looking for 314. I absentmindedly start walking in one direction. I can hear laughter and conversation coming from some of these rooms. Looks like I'm not the only student checking out early tonight. Dawns on me that unlike pretty much everyone else, I didn't get a chance to meet my roommate. I thought that in this moment makes me feel very lonely. Maybe doing this alone was a mistake. What if he's crazy? Would I be able to handle another psycho roommate? What if he's just a little too weird? Not that me and my night terrors are much better, but there's a fine line.
Oh.
A stray thought managed to stop me dead in my tracks. What if he smells? Oh God, what if I get one of those guys who never showers? Take a breath, Rivers, you're losing it again. Everything is going to be okay. Just take it slow, you'll make it through this. 312. 313. One last breath for good measure. 314. Standing in front of the door to what is going to be my bedroom for the next year really gives me the butterflies. Not helping much is the peephole staring right at me. What if he's on the other side looking at me right now? Towards the center of the door is a cute little decoration. 2 giant paper cutout stars float over what looks like an ocean with the sun setting behind it. Inside each star is a name. One says Rivers and the other says Harris.
Last names.
My hand trembles a bit as I reach inside the envelope and pull out the key. Here's my last chance to chicken out and head back to the party. Am I ready for this? What if he's mean? What if he can't speak English well? What if he's ugly? You can do this. Just put the key in and... I slowly step into the room. The overhead lights are off, though there's dim lighting coming from a lamp in the corner to the left and a laptop near the back. To the right there's an unmade bed with my luggage sitting on it. I gently close the door behind me, taking in the calm atmosphere of this new space I have to call home. Now that I'm fully inside, I notice there's a head in front of the laptop, obscuring portions of the blue light emanating from it. Seems to be wearing headphones, which probably explains why he hasn't noticed my presence yet. It's still too dark to really get a good look at him. Hello? He nearly falls backward in the seat he's on. The way the light dances off his figure, I can tell he was balancing it on his hind legs while resting a leg on the edge of his table. Yeah, are you my roommate? Takes his headphones off and stands up in the darkness to face me.
Yep, mind if I turn the lights on?
No, go ahead, sorry. For some reason that tone sounds familiar.
Okay, thanks.
The dragon I met at lunch stands before me with hands in his pockets. Nearly dropped the backpack from my hands as I'm taking it off.
Zach?
Oh! Immediately shrinks away when he shares the mutual recognition. His tail wraps around in front of him, leaving him in a very guarded position. It's you! You're my roomie! My eyes blink at him for a couple seconds. No way. That's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, I guess so.
Walk over to my bed and drop the luggage bag on the floor.
Well, I suppose we don't have to make any introductions, right?
Uh-huh. Not even looking at him directly, I can tell he's trembling. I unzip my bag and pull out the pillow and blanket I brought with me.
Well, that's certainly a surprise.
Yeah. Once I'm satisfied with how I've prepared the bed, I walk over to the light switch again.
I hope you don't take this wrong way, but I've had a super long day and haven't had any sleep for over 24 hours. You can go back to what you're doing. I'm gonna hit the sack.
Huh?
Just pretend I'm not here. We can talk in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. He wastes no time sitting back down and putting the headphones back on. That gives me plenty enough privacy to change into my pajamas. Ready to put this whole day behind me, I jump into my bed and pull the blanket over my shoulders. Knowing that the blue light from the laptop and the dim light from the lamp will keep me up, I turn so I'm facing the wall next to me. I'm sure when I wake up, I'll learn this was all a strange hallucination. I'll get the chance to meet my real roommate. In no time flat, I can feel myself start to drift away for the night. September 2nd. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Okay, we're on the Bryan folder. Yep. My throat feels scratchy. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.